Hi, folks. Alex here from No More Whoppers. You know, sometimes everything is bad and wrong. I was 5 days into a charity stream last week when I caught my wife's flu. Not a big deal, I thought. I can stream while sick. The next day, my dad died. Things are not great for me right now. I put the charity stream on hold. I had to attend the viewing over FaceTime, and I'm still trying to find the energy to do, eat, or say anything. But Ray's on vacation with the family in Vietnam, and we wanted to phone him in and try to have a good time for you folks. Ray's had his own nightmare shit to deal with, and you're about to hear it. Sorry this is kind of a short one. We are both of us exhausted and fed up right now with the shit that life has been throwing at us, but we will be back next month with some better stuff for you. The charity stream will conclude on January 17th, 18th, and 19th, so look forward to that. In the meantime, pull out that banh mi you've been saving, turn on those Good Eats DVDs, and kick back, and it's like you're right here with us.
Thank you for calling NTT. For English, press Ichi.
Ichi?
To pay your bill, press 1. To burn your bill, press 2. For account queries, press 3. For today's specials, press 4. For technical support, press 5. To contact your nearest Toyota dealer, press 6. For current show times, press 7. To reset your 4-digit PIN, press 9. And to speak with a representative, please stay on the line. Hello, this is NTT. This is Joseph.
Hi, Joe. I'm trying to cancel my NTT. I just recently closed up a business. I moved on out. I need to send the modem back to you and cancel it all up.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Why are you canceling today?
Because the business is closed.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Would you like to hear about our newest deals going on now in the NTT verse?
No, I need to cancel the account that I have with you. It doesn't do me any good anymore to have it.
We have a special winter promotion. You can get 2 internet gateways for the price of 1.
No, I'm good. I have an account at my home. I already use that. It's fine. I need to cancel the one that's in my business.
I understand, sir. So you'd like to cancel today?
Yes.
And this was for a business, you said, sir?
Yes.
All right. Is this a legal business, sir?
No, what do you mean legal business? Like, am I a lawyer? No.
No, sir. Is it a legal business?
Did you say, is it illegal?
No, is it not illegal?
It is legal. It's a legal business. I'm incorporated in the city.
All right. Using your keypad, can you input your tax ID number, please?
My Japanese tax ID number?
Yes, we need to look up your business information using this number, please, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see. Thank you, sir. Just one moment, please.
Thank you.
Sir, while you're waiting, would you like to hear about today's specials?
Yeah.
We have a shrimp cutlet curry.
All right.
With fried fish curry.
Sure.
Those are 15% off this week.
That sounds great.
All right, sir. I'm looking up your information now.
Great.
Your business is Critical Hito?
Yes, that's right.
And you are the proprietor, sir?
That is correct, yes.
Alexander J. Frioli?
Yes.
All right, very good, sir. And you wanted to cancel today?
Cancel that right up, please, and thank you.
For a business account, sir?
Yes.
Here at NTT, we do have to enact a special cancellation fee for people who are not loyal to NTT anymore.
Wait a minute. What do you mean not loyal to NTT anymore?
Well, Japan is a place of honor.
Yeah.
And you have to honor us.
Yeah.
I've been a customer.
I honored you.
Customer, sir.
I honored you for 10 years.
And so for that, we charge you 100,000 yen.
That's excessive. I don't think I'm going to pay that.
Would it be less excessive if it was US dollars?
Well, 100,000 USD, I think that's more excessive.
Right, yeah. And so you see my point, sir.
No, I don't see your point. I don't see any point to this at all. Just cancel the account.
Sir, I don't like your tone. I'm gonna have to expect a certain level of professionalism as we have this conversation, sir.
Okay, look, the business is finished. There's no customers anymore to use the internet. I need to find out how to send the modem back to you and to effectively cancel it.
I see, sir. Your business is out of business, sir.
Yes.
All right. And what were your last revenues?
There's nothing to do with this. Why do you need to know that?
All right, sir. Never mind. I think we can move ahead at this stage. Can I get your Yahoo email address?
Thank you. Yes. It's okoterugaijin@yahoo.co.jp.
All right. And sir, do you also have a Yahoo auctions account?
Of course I do.
Have you made any sales in excess of 800,000 yen within the past year on Yahoo auctions, sir?
In excess of 800? Hang on.
Yeah, that's right, sir.
Jesus Christ. Hang on. I gotta pull these up here. No.
All right, very well.
Hang on. Wait, is this calendar year or fiscal year?
Calendar year is fine, sir.
2024?
Sure.
No.
All right.
Wait. No.
All right, I think we can move forward now with your account cancellation. You ordered one internet gateway, a side of large fries,
Sure.
child-sized Pepsi,
right,
and some retaining clips.
Yeah.
All right, and can you provide all those to us back at your earliest convenience?
Well, I ate the fries.
Sir, I'm sorry to hear that, but if you've consumed the fries, it's going to incur an extra charge of 20,000 yen.
And the Pepsi. Why would you give me food and drink if it has to be returned?
Oh, and the Pepsi? Well, then that's an extra 20.
No!
Sorry,
but you serve Coke products!
It's No More Whoppers. Welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Ray Barnholt, graphics synthesizer. And with me, as always, my second favorite Italian now, Alex Frioli.
Wait, who's the first?
Oh, you don't know?
No.
Talking about Luigi, baby.
Oh, right. All right. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, it had to be done.
Ray, you're coming in.
You getting out there getting things done.
Yes. You're coming in a little froggy. Are you?
I'm in the Froggiverse.
Okay. Eat the fly, eat it.
Yes, indeed.
You can count on Slippery Pete.
Yes, I am on the telephone, coming to you live from Ho Chi Minh City.
Wow.
As mentioned before, yes, we were going to go to Vietnam at the end of the year, and so I'm here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is cool.
What's it like? I've never been to Vietnam. What's it like?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's a really good intro to like Southeast Asia, I think, because I'm really getting a feel for what that region's kind of like. And even my wife is surprised every time she comes back because like things happen, like things kind of develop around here a lot, and it's been that way for like the past 15 years or so.
What does that mean?
Just like basically commercialism.
Oh, okay.
And like building developments and things of that nature. Just like a lot of fancy stuff going on.
Okay. I only have one question on my mind, and does it feel like Suikoden?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
We've been on the outskirts of town a little bit.
All right.
Just driving through to get to downtown. We don't live in downtown, but yeah. Yeah, it feels just like it. You can hear the music, exactly.
Oh, yeah, there it is. That's pretty good.
You know what? We do live, not live, but we are very close to the river, so it is kind of like a literal water margin.
Wow, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the Suikoden games are, obviously it's based on a Chinese story, but they have kind of morphed into like a Pan-Asian kind of thing. And I've never been to mainland Asia proper, so I'm always fascinated by it.
Yeah, I mean that certainly makes sense in Southeast Asia, where it's like kind of this like large base of Chinese influence. But I mean, right now it's just like you really get a sense of how the rest of Asia just kind of like blends together in this region, especially. So I mean, like Vietnam and also like Thailand and Singapore and stuff. It's like, again, commercial wise, there are so many Korean and Japanese like restaurants here to begin with.
Oh,
And
cool.
it's like we have convenience stores from Japan and Korea just like around the block, and you just see it everywhere. Also in the shopping mall, there's just that huge mix of like Japanese food. We got the yakiniku place. We got Singa food. We we got
Yeah,
Hong
what?
Delight. It's a it's a Singapore food chain
Oh,
called Singa Food.
all right.
They don't have as much incentive to be clever with their English names here.
I
So.
get so it's not like a musical restaurant where they sing the menu to you.
I'm afraid not.
You don't go in and a dude's like lobster.
No, I'm afraid not.
All
Staff
right,
was
well,
not
that means
exactly.
there's still room in the market for my new idea.
Yeah, they were not exactly exuberant.
Oh,
I mean, the mall also has a kokuichi curry.
of course.
Yeah, and these things are not all that new. Like I've seen pictures and footage of other places in Southeast Asia, like malls and stuff, and it's all the same thing. Where it's like a lot of other countries like stuff, and that's really grown a lot here. I think in relatively recently. So it's cool. I think in a way.
Neat.
I mean, it's cool in that I like convenience stores. So I
Of
can go to a
course.
conveni and today's breakfast was toasted banh mi from 7-Eleven.
Oh yeah, there's a banh mi place just opened up in Osu, and Rui and I have been meaning to try it. We've already passed it twice, but both times we passed it right after eating lunch, and we're like, ugh.
Oh, just opened?
Or maybe
There
we
was
just
one.
noticed it. One by the temple.
Oh, by the temple. Well, I don't know, but there was a small There was a smaller one on our path when we were staying there, on our walking path. There's a tiny little banh mi.
And you were staying in Osu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe it was. I don't know. I'll send pictures and you can tell me. And then I'll ask them, hey, do you remember this family?
We did not actually eat there.
Oh, I'll ask them anyway.
But we walked by it every day.
All right.
It was across from that one of the Sugi drugs.
Oh, okay.
Does that ring a bell?
Sugi drug? Yes, it does.
Okay, no, fine.
We have fun.
Yeah, so like very close by, there's like a row of 3 convenis just like all next door to each other. It's Circle K, 7-Eleven, and Family Mart. And it's kind of heavenly.
Cool.
And then we also have GS25, which is Korea's konbini chain.
That has to stand for Genso Suikoden.
Yeah, but that's not Korean.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
I understand why you would want that to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You saw a security guard.
I saw a security guard also with a bag from Mini Stop. So
all
there's
right.
a Mini Stop around here.
Cool.
That is like the breadth that we're dealing with.
Pretty good.
Konbini wise. But yeah, I came to Vietnam here after what was probably the most stressful 72 hours of my life.
Oh my God. What happened?
Certainly not for my wife and kid, but for me, yes, it was insanity. And so, yes, I'd like to regale you with all.
Please regale.
If you don't mind.
Do it.
Okay.
Hang on. Wait, let me take a quick guess. Is this passport related?
No.
Oh, okay. Then it's a kind of terror that I may be unfamiliar with. Let's go.
Well, the short version is my mom went to the hospital again.
Oh, no.
So let's just keep that in mind as I tell the story. But yeah.
Okay.
It started maybe a week or so before Christmas because my mom was getting a bad cough.
Yeah.
And so on December 21st, she realized that she was also going to go back home. She was visiting us for a month. And then on the same day we were going to leave for Vietnam, she was also going to leave earlier to go back to Bellingham.
All right. Good plan so far.
She realized that with this cough going on long enough that she needed to go do something about it. So on the 21st, we're all leaving on the 28th, but on the 21st, she goes and gets a prescription from the urgent care doctor. We have a pretty good urgent care place here. They're good doctors. She got something nice. That's cool. We have a nice Christmas. That's fine. About a day after that, I get a fever. Now, it's not a bad fever. It's not a COVID fever, but I'm also like, Jesus Christ, I got to leave in a couple of days. It's like a repeat of the end of my Japan trip, if you'll recall, when I got sick the same way.
Yeah.
Like 2 days before having to leave. But this one was milder, and I took care of it. I mean, it was wiped out in a couple of days.
Good.
But except for the front upper part of my throat was still kind of hurting. I was like, okay, well, I still got to manage that as well. My mom, taking this prescription and stuff, seems to not be getting any better. She's getting a bad headache, and she's starting to get like immobile. She can't think straight. And this is like during the 26th and 27th. That's going on with my mom. At the same time this week, I'm trying to finalize a milestone build of my game I'm making for my publisher. Not to make any announcement or anything, but I did get a publisher earlier in 2024.
Oh, very nice.
So this game will be handled by someone. I hope it will be done eventually.
D3.
But we're going through these milestones, and I need to get this build done, and I'm already late. But then I come across this, as I'm building this game in the engine, I get an insane bug that comes up, fucking everything up. It's delaying everything again. It turns out it was like an old culprit. It was like a bug that the plugin I was using was like overriding text strings.
Ugh.
And it's happened before, and I got around it. But immediately at the time, I'm like, what the hell happened? And it was like, I was literally one step away from being completely done with the thing for the week. And then this new bug comes up. So I'm getting pissed about that. And building this game takes like 45 minutes at a time. So it's just completely eating up time that I need to get the thing done. And I still have to leave on Saturday on the 28th. So the night of the 27th, I'm working on that stuff, but I also have to manage my fever. So I'm getting the fever polished off. My mom is still kind of a mess. She's kind of like walking around at night, not knowing what's going on. We managed to get through the night. She wakes up and she just has to cancel her flight home.
Oh.
And she needs to go to the hospital.
Oh.
Because we don't really know what's wrong with her other than she's kind of got this raging headache.
Yeah.
And she shouldn't have had one. She should have been all gone by now.
Yeah.
And so this is the morning of the 28th. This is the same day we have to go to Vietnam. Coupled with that, I still cannot fix the game yet. But I go ahead, get ready, get dressed, and take my mom to the hospital for the second time while she's living here in California. Now, by the grace of God, or by the grace of my sister, we get my sister to hop a flight from Bellingham. She recently moved to Bellingham, and that's who my mom was staying with.
Okay.
She can get a plane down that day. She can arrive at like 6 or 7 p.m., which is like right before we have to go. So it's actually perfect timing for that. So my sister really came through for us there. And so that's in mind. But, I still don't know what might happen. Things are not exactly all ready to go yet.
But mom is improved now.
Not yet.
Oh.
Because this is still early in the day.
Oh,
this is the morning when we all need to get this shit figured out. So I take my mom to the hospital, really not knowing how long she will be there, which is what I mean. And like, this is kind of an uncertainty.
Yeah, like you got to be on a plane in a few hours.
Yeah, she can't stay at our house by herself, even if my sister might be coming that same day. Like she can't. Boy. I don't want her to be there by herself that long, right?
Yeah.
So my mom is there ultimately from like 9:30 in the morning to almost 4 p.m. And the ER doctors aren't great at diagnosing things. They just get the basic thing figured out and then try and get you out the door. But she was dehydrated. I think because of her coughing, she wasn't feeling so encouraged to drink a lot of water and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it might have been also a part of that prescription might have accelerated that. So she was dehydrated was the main thing. And that's why she had a super raging headache, couldn't see straight, couldn't think straight. While she's waiting there at the hospital, I get her permission. I don't feel great about it, but I get her permission to go back home to at least get lunch and try that game again, try building that game again. And so I go back home, and enough hours pass without mom calling that I started worried. And I just think, well, if the build I'm processing right now doesn't work, then fine, I'll just go back and get her. But right after I say that, she called and saying she's going to get discharged. So I just zoom right out. And so, yeah, we got her out by about 3:30, 4 p.m.
Oy.
They prescribed her a narcotic and then some ibuprofen.
Was it heroin?
What? No, I wasn't afraid not.
Okay.
Would have taken some for myself. No, but I mentioned that as a narcotic because at the pharmacy, they won't give it to you yet without an approval from the doctor.
But I thought that's what a prescription was.
So the prescription was electronically transmitted, but they
Cool.
need an extra approval for a narcotic.
What the okay.
Which was not submitted yet from the hospital, the ER doctor.
All right.
And this is what happened to her last time when she went to the hospital, when she got that slipped disc.
Oh, yeah.
Exact same thing happened. The pharmacy's like, well, I don't know. It could be in a little bit, or it could be in a couple days. I'm like, oh, great. When none of us will be here, maybe. But anyway. So, but the key thing is she's dehydrated, so she just needs to keep up drinking fluids.
Yeah.
Non-alcoholic fluids.
Of course.
So mom comes home. Either way, we get her home. I get half of her prescription, and laying down on the couch, and I found out the build that I was building works.
Yay!
So I get that submitted. Exasperated about that.
Good.
Even though it still has some new-ish bugs, but we just have to deal with it for right now. The big thing where the game actually works now is fine. So yeah, we just chill out all at home, and my sister arrives around 7 p.m. and my mom is still resting comfortably. So those two things are taken care of, my mother and the game.
Oh, good.
And we are able to somewhat reliably get our Uber out to the airport and go to the airport.
You did it.
We make it to the airport. My son loses one of his shoes in the Uber.
Oh no.
Now we have backup shoes.
Good.
But it wasn't until the car pulled away that we noticed.
Oh, God.
One shoe. But nevertheless, we have backup shoes. It's fine. We get in the airport and all checked in. Now, I've only begun to tell you the tip of my stress.
Oh, no. I thought that was it.
No.
Oh, Lordy. Okay. Keep it going.
Here is a key thing that you might not know about me. I get this thing on my fingers called dyshydrotic eczema.
What in the fuck?
It's a type of eczema that creates these tiny dots or bumps along your skin.
Okay.
And they are essentially little blisters, teeny tiny, like pinpoint-sized blisters.
Ew.
And they can get pretty annoying. And I started to get these like 20 years ago, I think.
Wow,
okay. 19 or 20. They get very annoying, and if I'm not careful with dealing with them, or if I'm, let's say, too zealous in dealing with them, my finger looks all fucked up and ragged.
Ugh.
They're either temperature related or stress related, and there's not like a cure for it. You just have to like keep up putting cream on your hands, basically.
Okay.
But we get on the plane, and I feel this eczema on my fingers. It had sort of started up earlier that day, and once we get on the plane, it's like kind of getting crazier. And I would have loved a nail clipper to like relieve it. I'm not going to go into detail, but that's what I would like to have.
That's
and
okay. No, that sounds sufficiently gross. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So I got the eczema thing. Another thing is that earlier that day in the hospital, I overhear a nurse say, I think to my mom or just somebody else, I don't remember. The nurse said that strep throat was going around.
Oh boy.
And I went, oh, that's why I got the fever, and that's why my throat feels weird in this certain place.
Oh no.
I have strep throat. And so I am still a baseline feeling of miserable. And so on the plane, I can't really eat anything too hot or too acidic. And that's like half of the content of the meals on the plane.
Yeah.
I even tried to eat a cherry tomato, and that was just like, oh, God dang it.
Oh, those things are always super hot on planes. They explode and burn your mouth. I hate those.
No, but the acid.
Oh, just from the acid?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because they're fruits,
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. And yeah. But the rest of the meals, they're like good meals, but they're way too hot. I can't like swallow them, and they take forever to cool down. So
God.
you have the strep throat going on. I can't really deal with that except to like, just nurse it. I did bring along some cough drops. So I'm good there. I can manage it. But, also earlier in the day at the hospital, I noticed my feet were kind of feeling like they had a cramp. They had prickly pain.
You got strep feet now?
Close.
All right.
No, it's the other thing.
What? Wait, what's
So
the
my
other thing?
feet, I'm telling you.
All right.
So my feet were feeling like I had a cramp, but my shoes should be comfortable. Like I'm stretching my feet like crazy anyway. Like I'm not putting them in positions that should have a cramp. And this has been all day at this point, and I'm even on the flight feeling like this. And I just kind of like realized halfway through the flight, oh no, is it? Could it be? And we'll come back to that. But anyway,
Okay.
the flight, we have to have a layover in Taiwan. So we're at the Taipei airport in Taiwan. We're there for about 90 minutes or so. The eczema on my hand starts going crazier.
Uh,
I usually get it on the sides of my index fingers. It's kind of like popping up dots all over and like on the undersides of my fingers too. I get a couple of these things, these little blisters. They're like subdermal blisters. So they
Like,
don't look like normal blisters, but
just from the description, they sound to me. It sounds to me almost like if you were like a Peter Parker and you looked at your hands and you saw that, you'd be like, "Oh, cool! I can climb walls now."
it is a lot like that, yeah.
But in reality, it's just horrible pain and frustration.
Yeah, it's not horrible pain, but it's very, very irritating and annoying. I still don't have access to a nail clipper. I can't buy a nail clipper at the airport.
What about a
for, I
belt
suppose,
sander?
obvious reason. Sorry, what?
A belt sander? Was there one on the flight?
No, I wish.
All right.
I think you'd have to break glass to get that.
Yeah, they keep those behind glass on airplanes. Yeah, okay.
My wife lets me borrow her special hand cream to help me out.
Okay.
We're waiting at the gate now just to get in line. In the I guess shuffling to get in line for the gate, I lose her hand cream. But nonetheless, we get on to the next plane to Vietnam. And long story short, we get to Vietnam. Things are generally okay. The first night comes, and we made it. So, but first night now, we get to settle a bit. And so my oh no moment about my feet. I reluctantly peel off my socks. Sure enough, I've got eczema blisters all over my toes.
What the fuck?
The big toes especially.
Oh my
like
God.
Farm.
Jesus.
Let me be clear. I've never had them on my feet before.
Yeah,
ever.
Coming back to superhero stuff, this sounds like, in the X-Men comics, they did introduce secondary mutations that would sort of manifest later in life. And it turns out that yours has manifested.
Yeah. It had to have been because I have been so incredibly stressed and sweaty since the morning that my hands and feet have broken out like crazy. And my feet especially went crazy before my hands did, I think was what happened.
Oy.
Now, I'm annoyed by this. It's irritating. It's a little bit sensitive and painful. I do think this thing is fascinating. I'm someone who's kind of like fascinated by that sort of thing.
Okay.
And I'm not in total miserable pain or anything. But I would think someone who has tryptophobia, you would not want to see my toes.
Okay, no, yeah.
Let's just say that. You don't want to see what my toes look like.
Yeah.
But I'm so mad because also these blisters that are making the prickly pain on my feet, they are so deep in the skin, I can't even pinpoint them.
Ugh.
I'm just like rubbing my feet and pushing and adding pressure and trying to figure it out. And I just can't even see them, some of them. It's ridiculous. But we get another special cream that my in-laws use. And so I just start putting that on. And so I knew that one thing also was that after finally getting to sleep in a bed, I would feel better.
Bed sleep. I love bed sleep.
Yeah. And I sleep, that first night, I find my sore throat has improved. The blisters are still making walking without shoes bad. It's improving. So our first couple of days, not great. But
what about water socks?
I don't think I could find those easily.
What about Shinobi Tabi?
Yeah, no, that would definitely not work.
Okay.
No, I just needed some sort of padding on my feet, or else it was gonna feel bad.
Okay.
So after a couple of days, like the sore throat has improved, but it kind of came back and it hasn't really got any better. So I tell my wife, I think I just need to get antibiotics for my throat. I say this thinking that we have to go see a doctor at the hospital across the street. And I, don't want to go through all that. It's okay to she reassured me before talking about this stuff. Like, if we have to go to the hospital, it's okay. Like, people can see you and you can just get something fairly easily. But then she says, oh, yeah, no, that's okay. We can just get that. Because then I realized, oh, yeah, we're in Vietnam. You don't need a prescription for antibiotics.
Cool.
I can just go and get amoxicillin over the counter.
Hey.
I don't know if that's the same in Japan, maybe, but
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know, actually. It's a good question.
So yeah, we do that, and I feel a little dumb because I could have done that 2 days prior and had this neutralized earlier.
Oh boy.
But that was like the last thing to get rid of. So I get the pill for the amoxicillin stuff, and I start improving the next day. Things are looking up. That's why I can talk to you so reliably.
Yes.
And the cream has been going fine, and the eczema just finally started receding and getting flat. And it's not all completely gone or anything, but it wasn't just my feet either. I started getting like pock marks up along my feet.
Oh
and
God.
my leg a little bit.
Okay.
It was insanity. I've never had it that bad ever, and it had to have been from all this insane stress from just like one day of uninterrupted shit.
Yeah, stress will get you.
Yeah, that's it. That's the end.
Jeez.
We're okay now.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, welcome back to the mortal plane.
I can walk again. I can eat food again.
Cool.
We're doing pretty good.
Now, hang on. Is strep one of those things that you only get once? It's not, right? It's bacterial.
No, I had it before when I was a kid.
Cool. Okay, yeah, because I had strep once in college. I was 19. And it was the fucking worst. I couldn't eat, drink, cough, sneeze. I couldn't do anything without incredible pain.
Yeah, I wasn't quite that bad. I was okay. I could still eat and drink plenty of things, but yeah, certain stuff was just
Mine was awful. It was all over my throat. It was I probably lost some weight just from not eating.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And
then I freaked out because I didn't take all of the I didn't know that you're supposed to take all the antibiotics when you were prescribed antibiotics.
Yes.
And so I took them until it was gone, and then I stopped taking them. And fortunately, it stayed gone because I think, what?
You did it right, didn't you?
What do you mean?
You're supposed to use up your whole allotment.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. But
I said I took them. Sorry, when I say gone, I mean the strep. I took them until the strep was gone.
Okay.
And then I was left with like a quarter bottle of antibiotics, and I'm like, don't need these anymore. Threw them in the garbage, and then later realized, I should have done that.
No.
But fortunately, it did not come back, and I was fine.
So anyway, my sister is still at our house with my mom.
Oh.
She's just letting her get completely like leveled out, and mom's doing okay. She's getting better now that she's having more water. And then they are going to go back to Bellingham tomorrow. But yeah, they've been just chilling in our house as we've been jetting away to Vietnam. But
oh boy, fun!
That was ridiculous.
It's I think it's been a wild month for everybody.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, me especially. The game stuff is also why I really could not show up on that last episode, our last Sassafras. But
oh yes, yeah. Thanks to our pal Jason for guest hosting.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, I love
Frankly,
Jason.
You don't need me anymore.
What?
Get someone who can tell a story.
But you know how to resize thumbnails and shit. I'll never learn it. You refuse to teach me how. You refuse to teach a man to fish.
Jesus Christ. You've only used that automated tool we had at the GIA.
I keep using it. I got to edit out the GIA thumbnail watermark every time I make a thumbnail.
Sometimes you miss it, though. And
I do.
We still release an episode that's watermarked with the GIA.
That's true.
You ding dong.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you, Jason. I went to Jason's house for a Christmas party a couple weeks ago. That was super fun.
Oh, that's right. I saw pics on Discord.
Yes, he and the fam moved into a beautiful house last year. Just a really nice Christmas party. I'm going back there in a couple days actually to watch
another spread.
Well, I don't think we're doing a spread, but I'm going there with my buddy Tom as well. We're going to watch an old TV miniseries called Wild Palms, which we saw the trailer for, and we were like, we have to watch this. I forget who's in it, but it looks wild.
The name sort of rings a bell. I don't know.
Yeah. It seems late 80s, early 90s aesthetically. I forget. We've been excited about it for years and never got around to watching it. And at this point, I forgot what was in the trailer that made me want to watch it, but I know that I want to watch it.
Oh, that's right. Jim Belushi was in it.
The Belushi!
Oh, God. Yeah.
But yeah, Ruri and I also had horrible flus we just got over. We both still have a lingering cough, but most of it is gone.
Yeah.
And on top of that, there's a whole bunch of other developments I'll get into next episode.
All right. Yeah. Sorry to monopolize the.
No, this is great. This is a special one. We're phoning you in from Beto Namo. That's what they call it over here.
Yes.
It's exciting to hear about your journey. I've never been to Vietnam.
Beto O'Rourke.
What? Oh, right. Yeah.
That guy. Yeah, you haven't been. I recommend it. It might be a little bit hard with the language.
I guess I have been to mainland Southeast Asia, right? I've been to Korea. That counts, right?
Does Korea consider itself Southeast Asia?
Isn't it? I don't know. What
Japan
constitutes...
does not consider itself Asia, so I wonder if...
Yeah, that's always funny to me when Ruri is like, I feel like Asian food tonight. I'm like, all right.
It's like, look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Take a look in the mirror, lady.
Or I'll see like a magazine or a poster in the subway advertising the Asia Food Festival.
Yeah.
Great stuff, yeah.
Wasn't there, you can correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't Japan use the term South Island to refer to Taiwan?
I don't know. Wait, is that what the kanji literally means? Is that what you're saying? Hang on, I'm going to look this up.
Yeah, but they also call it that or something. Yeah. The Southern Island.
That I don't know. Let me see here. No, the kanji for Taiwan is Pedestal Bay.
All right.
Take a week off, hang out at Pedestal Bay.
That was also a good miniseries.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
That was John Belushi. Never mind, that's uncouth. I shouldn't have said that. Boy, imagine a world where they're both alive.
Did we lose the other one?
Well, no, I just meant, sorry, it was a blanket statement.
So really what you meant to say is, imagine a world if we still had John Belushi.
Yeah.
Okay. Incredible.
Logically speaking, they are both alive.
That's true. All right.
Okay. Well, do you have any other Vietnam questions for me?
What's the currency?
The dong.
All right.
VND.
Can't think of any jokes to make about that. What's the climate like?
Pretty humid.
All right.
But it being winter, it is the coldest it's ever been. It's it's the coldest it'll be in the year.
Yeah.
Yesterday was a chilly 76 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh.
And it's humid every time.
Cool.
All the time. So like it is a real ass tropical country, and yeah, but it's fine because of this milder weather. It's more like what I've known from Japan, so it's like not a shock to my system or anything.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting like as the seasons change here as I get older, I think I'm starting to get more sensitive to the cold because like I've been going out the past couple of days and I'm bundling up. I got the hat and the scarf and the gloves and the coat. And I go out there and I'm still freezing.
Wow.
And then I realize I can't even see my breath yet. It can't be that cold.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's just my brain's coming off of summer and autumn mode and is just not prepared for the cold. But every year it just seems to get worse and worse.
Right. That's interesting.
I
think
hate
I'm still okay as far as like, moving to California from Washington. Not a huge leap, really.
Yeah.
But I guess I can still deal with the cold without having to bundle up a lot. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway.
It's all fun.
I'll just say we're staying here in a giant apartment complex tower place thing.
Cool.
Because that's where my wife's parents live. They own an apartment here in one of the giant Vingroup towers here on near the river in Ho Chi Minh City.
What the heck? What is that?
So Vingroup is part of the Vingroup, and they are this gigantic conglomerate in Vietnam. They have, their housing. They make cars. They have the hospital, VinMech.
Oh,
You can take a free bus, the Vin bus.
all right.
Here in this complex of towers, you can take your kids to Vin school.
All right.
It is wild to sell. They've tried to sell the cars in America just in the past couple years, but they are not high quality cars. Like,
Oh,
I think once they go across the ocean, they're getting real scrutiny. And here, not so much because they're providing electric cars basically to the country in such a way.
yeah.
And and it is of course a little point of national pride.
Of course.
But and on the outside they're nice looking cars, but I think functionally they're not.
Oh,
They're not really built to last. But that's what they got. And of course they run a taxi service that uses all of their cars. And yeah, they're just absolutely all over the country, or at least the city. And maybe for this country it's kind of nice, but it is kind of scary when you think about it. How like so much of one huge corporation has permeated like everything.
yeah.
But it makes me kind of glad that like guys like Elon Musk are so outwardly stupid that that kind of thing probably wouldn't happen in America too easily.
Yes.
Because of guys like him, and then Bezos to an extent, we're just like so outwardly stupid, and people just like don't buy into the shit all the time.
Yeah.
And so they can't make a whole lot of headway with like all their services and stuff. I think Amazon, obviously has a pretty huge reach now in America, but I would say part of that might be because America is so spread out, and so online shopping just became such a accepted thing because of that.
Yeah.
And so they just hooked onto that, and now they're just running.
Yeah.
Running.
I've always, I mean, in regards to, Elon, the Cybertruck horseshit, I've always felt it's a very callous attitude when someone says, hey, if you're dumb enough to fall for a scam, you deserve to be scammed. I feel like that's a very mean outlook, and I don't believe that. But if you saw all of the things leading up to the launch of the Cybertruck and you still bought one, you do deserve that shit.
Yes.
Everything about it was wrong and bad. All of the writing was on the wall. Everybody saw, oh, this is dumb. I mean, it's hideous. Hey, everyone, check out the bulletproof windows. Uh-oh, they shattered. Now it's on fire.
Yeah.
Like, if you saw all that and then still bought one for tens of thousands of dollars, that is entirely on you, and you are to blame.
Well, I think a lot of the problem with that was that people were pre-ordering it. So they didn't even they had their money.
But so cancel your pre-order.
Like years.
Cancel the pre-order. What are you doing?
No, sorry. It's too cool. I do think in a vacuum, in a very, very tight vacuum where no life can really sustain itself.
Sure.
The Cybertruck looks cool, but of course, in reality, once that vacuum goes away, it needs to be a good car.
Yeah.
And it's not.
It's not a good anything.
It's yet another one of his death traps. And terrible.
Cool.
And so I'm glad he just makes so much of a fucking ass of himself every day. And
yeah.
I mean, glad in the sense that, I wish it leads to his imminent demise. Not that I want to keep seeing it all the time on my screen, but you understand.
I do.
We're here in the land of the Vingroup, and it's pretty crazy because they also have other huge housing towers here that you can see in the skyline. It's like the Vinhomes riverfront, and the Vinhomes this and the Vinhomes that, and
cool.
Yeah, and it's just so much money being thrown around by them.
That's the power of Vin, baby.
I guess so, yeah. And, I don't know anything about the CEO guy. And, I don't know how much he shows his ass on a regular basis.
Oh, Vinny?
Vinny Wen.
Yes.
So, I'm sure he's terrible in his own way.
Yeah.
So that's why that's why I feel kind of uneasy about the situation here. But
you kind of don't get to be a CEO unless you're a huge piece of shit.
Yeah, of course.
It's really hard to kind of
But the reach here is just so massive, right? Like everything I named was just like everything is Vin.
Everything's Vin?
The Vincom Center are the malls.
All right.
It's like two malls called Vincom Center. One is below us underground. And there's another one downtown.
Okay.
And yeah, it's wild. And
they've got a Vin food court where you can only get Vindaloo.
Man, I've seen Indian food around here.
What?
That's so crazy. Yeah, I've seen Thai, so I can get Thai curry.
Hang on,
Indian curry.
You're dropping out. Tell me, go back up to what about Indian food?
I haven't been able to get it, and I've seen other curries.
Well, hang on. How far is Vietnam from India?
Alex, you're in front of a computer. How about you just look it up?
Because I'm looking at the soundboard.
A very important soundboard.
Yeah. I'll look it up later. I'm busy right now. I'm doing a podcast.
All right, fine.
All right. Well, why don't we take a quick...
I was just going to say one last point.
Okay.
I mean, it makes me feel kind of uneasy, but it does jumpstart Vietnam's development, I think. And so that's why things have been so increasingly modernized here and so much more external commercial interests coming in. That's why we have 3 kombinis next to each other.
Yeah, obviously Japan's relatively fine, like fine as in quotes. Like, it's still a first world country. Everything's extremely livable and comfortable. But also the yen sucks right now and the economy is not good. And I don't know that Japan knows how to spin out of that.
No, because they still got that isolationist streak in them.
Yes. I was actually thinking about that the other day, the fact that it's the isolationist streak that is kind of leading to Japan's downfall in every regard.
Yeah.
They've always sort of had this attitude of like, we're just going to keep doing our thing, baby, and the rest of the world will do whatever they want, and we'll be fine. And sometimes that's worked out for them, and it is increasingly not doing that. And I don't think they're catching on that it's not working anymore.
Yeah. And like I said before, like Korea just came in and kind of ate their lunch.
Yeah.
Like as far as like cultural outreach. And then, like I said today, like everywhere in Southeast Asia is just like everybody cross-pollinating.
Yeah.
And we're not seeing that in Japan.
Japan is so desperate to preserve the isolationist way of life that they don't care if they just die in the process. And I'm over here like, well, I live here. Kind of wish you wouldn't.
I also think about how long it took for them to get bubble tea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the tapioca bubble tea.
Yeah.
Like, we've been talking about it in America and Southeast Asia for like a decade plus at that point. And then it's just like, now it's suddenly popular in Japan.
Yeah, you're right.
And all the kids are having it in Japan. It's just like,
yeah, they love it. They crave it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the situation. It's very interesting. Vietnam's at least doing okay.
All right.
They stay pretty neutral on many things, so
yeah,
they're doing all right. Yeah,
yeah. They didn't chime in on that Tyson versus Paul fight.
No, they didn't. No.
Yeah,
I don't think the stream worked for them really,
or anybody.
Yeah, well, that was the joke.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I don't get you. I don't get Betonamu Joku. Let's take a quick break. We will be right back. We've got more things to talk about. Folks, we're back. It's No More Whoppers. Welcome to our special Pan-Asian Spectacular. I'm Alex. That's Ray. I'm representing Japan. Of course, Raymond is representing Vietnam.
Hey, that's great, because you're only 2 hours ahead of me.
That's right.
And it's kind of like the old days when we were both in America and used to be 3 hours ahead of me.
Yes.
I think we should watch an episode of Good Eats over the phone together.
All right. I think that's a great idea.
All right. Starting now.
All right. So, yeah, I want to say, once again, I want to thank Jason for filling in for that bonus episode. Yeah. I also want to say I was losing my goddamn mind during that recording because, and maybe you'll figure out why once I explain what was happening. Anytime I would talk about anything at length, you know how my voice tends to get boisterous?
I've heard, yes.
Well,
it's a new thing to me, I think.
Oh, is it? Okay. I noticed that anytime my voice would get up a little bit past a normal range, Audacity would counter by automatically lowering my volume.
Oh, no.
And so, like, for the next minute or so, until I noticed it, I was recording at half volume, and my waveform was tiny.
Oh, no.
And, like, 2 or 3 times during the recording, I would rage stop the recording. Jason can attest to this. And I would be like, why is it doing this? This fucking sucks.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Do you know what it was?
Not offhand.
Zoom! It turns out Skype and Zoom, I must have disabled this in Skype already, but Skype and Zoom have default settings where if they think you're being loud, they'll just automatically lower your volume and leave it there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's bad. And I've ended up disabling it, but like an hour ago. So too late to help me during the recording, but now I know for the future. Yeah, it's because they both sort of use your system settings. And when one changes one, it also changes it for the other. And I was losing my mind because there's no setting in Audacity that does that. And that's what I'm looking for. Like, why is it doing this?
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
I'm kind of glad it wasn't Audacity.
Yeah, just to
add some stupid shit to it.
Just a warning for anybody who might be recording something while also using Skype and Audacity and wondering why it's lowering your quality or your audio. That's why.
Let's be honest. No one's recording with Skype anymore except us.
We are. Right? All right. I got it.
Who are we, though?
Who are we? All right. I think we're good to go. Let's get it going.
Okay.
Definitely. Just, let's say that you took a nice big hardwood log and you burned it in a low oxygen environment. Whoa, you say, wood won't burn in a low oxygen environment. Well, not all of it maybe, but some of it will. For instance,
oh, he opened up the log.
Will boil away. Tar will definitely cook out. Volatile oils, which don't taste very good, cook away. And of course, there's just other stuff in wood. Then what you're left with is about 70 to 80% lighter than this, and it's called charcoal. Break it up into chunks. The most popular cooking fuel on Earth. Chunk charcoal. Chunk charcoal is the fuel of choice for grilling aficionados.
Hang on, I muted myself instead of Alton Brown. Charcoal's made of wood? Why did I never make that connection? Why did I always think it was just made of charcoal?
Please be kidding.
I'm not.
Okay.
No, I always thought it was like a mineral like coal, I guess. I just assumed it was found in the earth.
Sure, lots of kids think that.
I've never done a lot of charcoal cooking. We were strictly a propane family. We're very, very king of the hill.
Interesting. Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a whole playlist of good eats. We'll watch it together later.
All right, sounds good.
Good.
You play any good games lately? I have not.
Oh my God, I'm playing that Fantasian right now. It's pretty good.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you hooked into that.
I did. I played the demo. I liked it a lot.
I had a feeling you would. I just wasn't going to say anything, or else you'd be antagonistically.
I'd hate it. Of course. No, it's I realized one of the reasons I think it's for me is because it was designed for smaller screens, which means the fonts are legible and readable.
Yes.
Which is incredible in this day and age to find a game where things are readable.
All right.
I mean, like across the board, like everything is perfect.
Wow. Okay, then.
I mean, yeah, in terms of legibility, it's great. I have some issues so far with some of the story and the writing, but it's not bad by any means.
Oh, all right.
My only complaint so far, my only real complaint is that, and you've heard this before, the when you change perspectives and you're holding a direction, it maintains like that. The direction you're holding continues to correspond to the direction your characters are going, even if that doesn't necessarily correspond to what makes sense.
Okay, interesting.
Because the game obviously uses those gorgeous dioramas. It's got a very distinct visual style that I really love. I like the fact that, like, the dioramas themselves are good, but they are elevated by the fact that there's some kind of filter going on over them to kind of give them a fantasy quality.
Okay.
Because if these were just like 4K photographs of dioramas, you'd be like, it looks like I'm hanging out with dollhouse furniture. What's going on?
Right.
And I like the fact that it's got like a filter on it to make it fantastical, I guess. Yeah. So when you switch screens or areas and you're holding a direction, it fucks me up that you then have to stop and reorient and press a different direction.
I was trying to think. I only played Fantasian a little bit back when it was on iPhone.
Okay.
And I can kind of see what you're saying. No, I mean, I'm trying to remember, like, I think they tried to mitigate that. They just didn't, completely succeed because it's such a challenge to begin with to, like, reset the orientation of the direction the player is holding the analog stick in while you are changing the camera angle of basically the pre-rendered background.
Well, that's the thing, is that it's not, like, it is a pre-rendered background, but it's not. And the thing that people were saying about this, like, when people make the complaints that I do about how it's disorienting that you have to pause and reorient every time you change screens, the response I see from a lot of people is, what, you've never played FF7, 8, or 9? And I'm like, that's not what this is at all.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Because in Fantasian, like in FF7 or 8 or 9, for example, if you are in one giant area and you switch angles when you move too far to one direction, it is an instantaneous shift. It's a completely new render that you're going to. Fantasian, the camera, there's about a second where the camera follows you and moves, and you see every angle of that environment shifting.
Right, and you can definitely see it dissolve too, because they're trying to make that diorama like look like it's a real-time graphic that you can move around. And so by doing that, they are trying to add these little effects that, whether it's trying to twirl around or whatever, it's kind of a double-edged thing because they're trying to make it feel like a real video game, but a real-time 3D video game.
Yeah.
But by having it be basically static backgrounds that they're playing around with, maybe a little too much, like they have that challenge where they're just going to have to try and make you pause you're walking.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I have to do. Is that's how I've taught myself to not go mad, is anytime I see the camera start moving, let go of the stick, wait for the camera to reorient, and then start moving again. Because if you keep holding the stick, it's, I'm just going to go crazy.
Yeah. I mean, good on them for trying, but I think people end up more pissed than not.
Yeah, it's a minor inconvenience overall. I think it's worth it because the backgrounds are it's just gorgeous. I love the look of the game. It's really, like, I hate the word artisanal, but it really is. It's really, everything about it is kind of special in that way, in a way that other games just can't do.
All of the Mistwalker stuff, minus maybe that mobile game, all kind of goes for that. Like they all try and do something really special with the graphics. Even that game on DS, Ash, that never came out in English, but like it also had like this crazy sort of graphics technique that made it look really good for a DS game.
Okay.
Archaic Sealed Heat, remember that?
That's Jamiroquai.
It was like the first gigabit DS cart or something because Nintendo was publishing it.
Okay.
I think Nintendo did not get the money back on that.
Oh, no.
They kind of swept that under the rug.
But yeah, it's just the whole look of the game is like, when something is like beautifully rendered traditionally, you can still tell that, oh, this is a video game. This is something that somebody made in a 3D editor. And here it's like your brain and your eyes are telling you that you could have done this in a 3D editor, but there are little details about it, like, the fact, if you look at a couch, for example, and that it has 3 cushions and they're all slightly askew at different angles. And I love stuff like that. I love little things like that. I love the fact that a lot of the trim, a lot of the painting on, a lot of the detailing on some of the furniture is uneven. It just looks like somebody took a paintbrush and just started trying to mark it up. It looks great.
Yeah, I know it does, and of course I like that stuff too. Having been the Boku no Natsuyasumi guy, I like that sort of thing.
Yes, you do.
So I do appreciate that they went for that style. It's really, really kind of an unseen thing up until now.
I can't wait to see the next step of this that hopefully fixes the camera issues.
Yeah, we'll see. They made a good first step.
They did. I'm not sold on the story yet, but it's still pretty early, so we got a ways to go.
Yeah, and like I said, I've not played a lot of it, but I've heard it's like kind of hard.
Oh, really?
Maybe it was just like a couple of reviews I read, but it's like kind of like challenging or like spikes really early.
Oh, that I don't know.
You don't think so?
I may be due for a spike then, because I think 6 or 7 hours in. It's pretty standard so far.
All right. Or maybe you're just a professional.
It's true. I finished every RPG on my shelf.
That's pretty good.
That's a lot. Even Illusion of Gaia. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm in the process. No.
Then get out.
I gotta go.
Is it on your shelf, I guess, is what I...
No, I believe I gave my copy of Shadow Hearts to Brad when we were in college. Because I bought it, I played it, I wrote the GIA review, I gave it a 3 out of 5, I gave it to Brad.
Did Brad beat it?
I don't remember. We're gonna have to get Brad on the show to talk about it.
Okay, fine. I'll wait.
Yeah. No, not...
okay.
Not now.
Sorry.
So no, I'm in the process now of inventorying and pricing all of the bar's games to sell.
Yeah.
We have a special channel set up on the Discord called Crunkoland. If anybody wants to jump in there and take a look at the list.
Yes.
Some folks have already bought stuff. Thank you very much to everybody so far who's been helping out.
Going good.
It's faced me with some difficult decisions because I'm selling off most of the library. And I knew at the outset, all right, there's a handful of games I'm going to want to set aside just to keep for myself,
Right.
And
Solitaire.
No, Ray, that's on all Windows. Hello?
Tetris.
Yes, I'm keeping that.
All right. There is a Solitaire for Super Nintendo.
Is there?
It's not Microsoft, but I mean, it's called Super Solitaire.
I'll buy it.
Yeah.
All right. And I thought hard about which games to keep and which to sell. And at the end of the day, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to keep a handful. Let's call it, Final Fantasy 2 and 3 on the SNES, maybe Chrono Trigger, Phantasy Star, all the really important ones. And then the more that I went through the games, the more I'm like, Gremlins 2, the new batch, man. I love that one.
It's a competent one, yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up then redefining my criteria to anything that has sentimental value, I will keep.
Oh, okay. It sounded at first like that was your criteria, but yeah.
Oh, well, here's the thing. Good. I thought it was. And then it turns out the scope of what I considered sentimental expanded.
Right.
And so now I'm allowing myself my one entire bookshelf. I'm allowing myself to keep one bookshelf's worth of games.
Yeah. That's pretty much what I do now, too.
I think that's reasonable because it's over 1,200 games that I'm sifting through to sell.
Yeah.
And keeping, 100 or so of those, I think is probably fine. And that includes games that folks have given me over the years. Our pal Questmoreland gave me a copy of FF6 Advance when I really needed a way to play it portably at work. I'm keeping that. It sits on my shelf. It looks beautiful. I got some other games like that as well, but the rest of them are going. Folks, get over into the Crunkoland channel. Take a look at the list. Let me know what you like. Let's talk about it.
And you can subscribe to our magazine, Crunk Informer.
Subscribe to Crunk Informer. We've just got a new letters person.
Just say Joel.
It's Joel. Sorry. Yeah, right.
Same as before.
Yeah, we just put a new toque on him.
We actually just make Joel write the whole thing.
Yeah, we kick back on the top floor of the office, and Joel cranks out the whole magazine.
Joel, you can't do a cover story on World of Warcraft every month.
Well, we did. We headhunted him from Warcraft Monthly.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Yeah. It turns out we overpaid.
Yeah. But you know, he's got one area of expertise and he sticks to it.
Boy, does he.
And that's fine.
All right. Well, much like you and FF14 and FF6.
Yes. Yeah. I'm also considering, like, I have it's filling up. Like, you've seen our living room. It's
There's water
pretty
everywhere. Yeah.
You've seen our living room. It's not small. It's a decent sized living room.
Yeah.
It is just choked with boxes right now.
That's how it goes. Yeah. I imagine with that kind of situation.
And in pricing all of these games, I've realized, wow, a lot of these are worth nothing.
Oh yeah.
So I'm giving everyone who listens to the podcast gets first crack at these games, and everything on that list that is not worth more than like $2 or $3, I'm just throwing away.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like if I take it to book off, what are they going to give me, 2 yen for it? It's not worth the time to bring it over there.
Well, maybe with enough games turned in, you can get yourself a little ice cream cone.
No.
Treat.
How about no?
With your 10 yen from your 80 games that doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, I mean they are the GameStop of Japan. They're going to give you bupkis for anything you bring.
Yeah, that's just how it works.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably be even worse if you went to actually the special retro stores, like the fucking what's it called? Meisoya?
Oh, Meikoya.
Yeah, thank you.
Meikoya, yeah. I like Meikoya, but yeah, I don't think it's ever really worth it to sell, even in Japan, used games to a store. Because, they're just going to fleece you, put it back on the shelf with 1,000% markup.
Yeah. Now, these really cheapo, worthless games you're talking about, are they mostly Japanese region?
Yeah, it's mostly Japanese sports or pachinko games, slot,
right.
Which they made, millions of copies of.
Yep. Just detritus at this point. Just
yeah.
Choking up the aquifer, basically.
Oh, books too, especially books. I have a whole bunch of old books and strategy guides that I thought would be worth something, and they're all like 100 yen, 200 yen. And
are they for good games?
Yes, but again,
so like
maybe
RPG books, or
some of them are RPG books, but they're all very heavy, and they're again, like, I'm probably just going to throw them out because there's no point in trying to sell them.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, if you let them linger, then maybe some foreigners would be more interested in those, because I know sometimes people like the books. I know we got True Death in our Discord buying up some books, and
yes, thank you, True Death. Boy, he's going to have some shipping to pay. Believe you me.
Well, he likes his reading.
There's 2 weight classes of shipping all these things. There's above and below 2 kilograms. I think everybody so far is below 2 kilograms. Only 2 people so far are above 2 kilograms. And they're going to have to fork up a little, because then it turns into international parcel post, which is a whole different weight class.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Well, it sounds nice.
No.
At least. Well, not for them, but I mean for you.
I'm also weighing these out in the jankiest way possible. My original plan was, well, we have a bathroom scale. I'll just, I'll put stuff on the scale. And then I realized the scale is not precise enough. It's an analog scale.
Yeah. And you have to like push down on the box.
Wait, what do you mean push down on the box?
Oh, well, when I've done things on a bathroom scale, it's like you need to kind of add some weight on top of the box so that actually recognizes it and weighs it a bit. And then you're just playing like a chicken game. But yeah.
What do you mean recognizes what are you talking about?
Well, I'm not putting like super heavy stuff on the bathroom scale, but I have tried it before when I needed a scale in a desperate situation for selling something on eBay. And you just put it on the scale, and I guess mine is more electronic, not analog. But because of that, you need to put some pressure from above. That means you need to kind of push down on it for it to like be triggered and actually recognize some sort of actual weight.
But then it's not weighing the box; it's weighing the pressure that you're exerting.
Exactly, and that's why it's bullshit. And I'm not saying anything I'm not saying I'm smart. I'm just saying when I needed
Okay.
I kind of had to finagle my way to get some weight readings. And eventually I just, got a cheap postal scale on Amazon.
So yeah, what I ended up doing was I borrowed my wife's kitchen scale. I forgot we had a kitchen scale. She's like, oh, just use the kitchen scale.
Yeah, same thing.
It only goes up to 1 kilogram.
Oh, right.
Which has not been a problem yet because I can just weigh things separately and then add them all up.
Yeah, it's not like someone needs 2 kilograms of sugar for a thing.
There has been, it's a shitty cake if you're doing that. There has been one book that was like 989 grams. We came very close. Because, if it goes over 1 kilogram, it's very cute. The display on the scale, everything on the LCD just turns into the letter E, so it looks like the scale is screaming under the weight.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Yeah. I just weigh things separately and then add them all together. And so far, so good. We're going to send packages out, I think, in the next couple of weeks. I don't know where to find where to buy padded envelopes and boxes in bulk for shipping because the post office doesn't sell them. My buddy Adam said you can go to any home center like a Comma or a Kynes. I got to check out one of those. But the closest one is
Yeah.
And like that's the thing is I don't need
the Japanese version of Uline.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, Uline is like the big. I'm sorry, I pronounced it 2 different ways, but Uline is the big shipping supply company. They're ran by crazy right wingers, but I mean, they make a bunch of. They have these giant catalogs full of like business or factory type goods, and so you can also get a bunch of different packing material. Huge office supply store. No matter what kind of office you're running.
Okay,
so,
neat. I guess Japan doesn't have that, and I don't know where to buy. Oh shit! I should try Shimojima. Good idea.
All right, we're going to the top of the mountain.
Yeah. My buddy Adam suggested a home center, but the closest one is like a 20-minute bike ride north, and there's a Shimojima just a few blocks from here. I will check that out.
I just looked it up here because I had the map open. There's one in Taiwan, Shimojima Package Plaza.
Oh, do it.
No, I got to go back to Taiwan.
Oh.
I was only in the airport. I didn't really go outside.
Oh.
Well, that's another funny thing about Vietnam and all the cross-pollination of Asian stuff is that they'll just sell you things that are straight from Japan, like with untranslated labels and stuff.
Cool.
We bought diapers from Japan, Japanese diapers that just have like...
Is it Mooney?
No, it was Mary's.
Mary, that's right, Mary's.
And it just has like one Vietnamese tag dangling off of it that tells you what it is.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
All right.
Sorry, that was just another interesting observation.
I like your observations.
Oh wait, I have my funniest observation.
What's that?
The craziest thing I've seen in Vietnam so far was a gas station that instead of a mini mart, but in the same configuration as a mini mart at a gas station, it was a pharmacy.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
The building that would have been a mini mart was a pharmacy. Yeah.
Sure.
There you go. Yeah.
I love
Pause for laughter. Okay, good.
I'll drop it in here.
Yeah. Thank you. Beep, boop.
Oh, we have fun. Folks, we're recovering from just motions at reality.
Me for sure, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. I had to kind of cut my charity stream short by a couple of days. I'll get into that next episode. We're not going to talk about it just yet, but the 2024 Dreams Change Celebrazione has been extended for 2 days into 2025. That'll probably happen by the end of the month.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but things will get done. Don't you worry. We have so far raised $1,200 for the Trevor Project. Our goal is $2,500. Not sure we can meet the rest of that in 2 days, but it'll be nice to try.
All right.
You ever had that Taiwan ramen?
No.
Really?
No, I haven't.
You know where that's from?
The Southern Island.
It's from Nagoya.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a place in the mall called Nagocha.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
Just a regular matcha place. Not regular, I guess. I haven't seen a regular matcha place in Asia necessarily, but yeah, it's kind of a fancy-ish tea shop if you like your tea, come in line, have a seat, have a drink. And it's called Nagocha, but I didn't see any material that specifically said it was from Nagoya or anything.
I like a nice tea.
I've heard you do.
Yeah.
My son was turned on to tea. Granted, kind of sweetened to tea, like Arizona tea.
Oh, yeah.
But then he just keeps calling anything that isn't water tea. He sees his mom with a cup of coffee and goes, "Mommy's tea."
It's coffee.
Yeah, well, it's water and some other thing.
And it's, you know what? I am always interested in the science about, how foods, just by adding hot water to tea, you can, or to, tea leaves, you can make it into tea. Let's learn more about that.
Although any sausage, cooked sausage, the approximate size and shape of a wiener can be employed in the construction of corn dogs, I like plain old beef franks. By the way, the word wiener comes from Wiener Wurst, which is German for Vienna sausage, which is American for little meat stick you feed kids who don't know any better but to eat them.
See, food science. That's what we're here for. That's how we bonded those many years ago.
Thank you, Alton.
Can
I take a little break? I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I guess.
Give me like 3 minutes.
That's the unfortunate side of food science. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, you're back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's pick up here.
This is a poultry shake, and everybody ought to have one. My shake is 2 tablespoons each, kosher salt and Hungarian paprika.
What do you think of that?
I don't like Hungarians.
What?
Yeah. I did learn a lot, though, just from that one sentence.
Yeah, right. Everyone should have a poultry shake.
Yeah. I like how everything he says is like, everybody needs to have this. That's just the most obscure thing you've ever heard.
Well, look, if you're trying to make the proper fried chicken, apparently you do need it.
What do I do? Just keep it around?
Yes, it wards off evil spirits.
Hey, all right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I said I was playing the Centennial case, a Shijima story. Did I mention I wrapped it up finally a couple weeks ago?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe not with me, but with Jason. I don't
know. It was fun. It was fine. I liked it a lot. I was kind of disappointed I feel like the epilogue and the ending went off the rails a little too far.
You think so?
Yeah, I think I was very satisfied actually with where it wrapped up. And then I was like, oh, there's an epilogue. And then the epilogue just kind of turned it into like a wild anime.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, exactly. Like not every game needs to end like a Metal Gear. Just it's okay to have a normal ending.
Yeah, I guess
there's just too much but actually. But then but actually it kind of nullified a lot of the surprises of the original game.
Yeah, it was an all right game. I just couldn't get over some of that UI stuff, trying to find put the clues in the thing and the hexagons. And
that took me a minute. Oh, man. Yeah, speaking of control stuff, like that was like once I understood, it took me a while to wrap my head around what Centennial Case wanted me to do. And even then, a lot of its logical leaps there was a lot of Phoenix Wright stuff where it's like, you're making the right connection for the right reason at the wrong time, or one of those is right, but the others are wrong. And it would, that's just one of the pitfalls of that kind of video game. That's fine. I was losing my goddamn mind a couple of days ago when I was trying to load my Fantasian demo data into the final game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because when you open up, so Fantasian demo saves will carry over into the final game. So I played all the way through the demo, and then I saved. And then I bought the game. I opened up Fantasian. And the first thing you get is, hey, you got some demo data there, buddy. You want to import that? And I move the cursor over to yes. And I press circle, which in my mind is confirm. Because I'm playing a JRPG developed by Japanese people, purchased from the Japanese Steam store. Why would circle not be confirmed? I don't fucking know. But in any event, it wasn't.
Well, it is no longer confirmed on the PS5, so you gotta deal with it.
In Japan?
Yes.
Why?
You tell me.
That makes no sense.
That's what Sony did.
Either way, Fantasian predates the PS5.
Somewhat, yes.
Right? So I hit what I think is confirm on yes.
Well, no, it doesn't predate it. But...
Oh, does it not?
No.
Oh. When did PS5 come out?
2020. November 2020.
November 20. When did Fantasian come out?
I think like 21.
Well, I'll be dipped.
22?
Dip me. Yeah, use this mixture.
2 teaspoons of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon cayenne pepper.
Dip me in that. All right.
Delicious.
So I hit what I think is confirm on yes to import data. Yeah. The window disappears and I get a message that basically says, well, all right, you don't have to, I guess, but make sure you delete the data since you don't need it anymore. Bye. And then it just goes to title screen. Nice. Yeah, it goes to title screen where the only options are new game and config. And I am poking around everywhere trying to find, how do I get that back? What do you mean, though? That's all right. I mean, the common courtesy in a situation like this is maybe give a confirmation prompt, before you get rid of it completely.
Yeah.
So
sure what happened there.
So I was like, all right, well, let's just try it again. So I closed out of the game and then I reopened the game. No prompt. All right, let's reinstall. So I reinstall the game. No prompt. So
they took the flag and ran with it.
Yeah. What do I do? Fortunately, our pal Pimento found the solution because it turns out Metaphor does the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody posted about this on the Steam message board for Metaphor being like, hey, what the fuck? You get one chance to import your save data? And it just turns out you got to delete some Steam files and then it will recheck again. But for about an hour, I was fucking livid on a day when I could not spare any extra emotion or focus to be that livid. But we got it fixed. I'm playing the game. I love Fantasian so far. It's pretty good. Come over. Let's play.
Okay. I think it's a single player game, though.
Oh, you can watch me play.
I think I'll just play for myself.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I would play it, but of course I got too many games going on.
Like what?
DQ3, RS2.
Oh, right.
And, I brought my computer with me, of course, on this trip, and I put some games on it, but
cool.
We take flights at night, and so we just have to, sleep almost immediately. And
yeah.
I got no time to enjoy myself with the game.
And no chill.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really not chill.
No.
Well, more chill now that I'm recovered from my bullshit, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so not in an RPG kind of situation yet. Maybe someday.
Always in a JRPG situation.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I will. In the new video I'm writing out soon.
Okay, yeah. How's that going?
It's going tricky because I'm trying to cobble together all my ideas about scale. It was very much inspired by our conversation about Dragon Quest III last episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to not have it creep into just a criticism of open world or 3D because I don't hate 3D games. I'm not into open world games, but I don't even want it. I don't want that to be the focus of it. But I don't know. I'm still kind of feeling it. I'm still free writing.
Okay, yeah. That's good. That's the thing I am not good at.
Right. Here's an excerpt. Suddenly, video games.
Wow.
Yeah.
That should be your catchphrase.
Okay, I guess it is now.
All right.
I was also very disappointed because I was, I think I asked you about this on Discord. I was looking for a specific fact about Suikoden.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's true, it backs up my ideas about game design, and it turned out to be false. The idea that in Suikoden, the random battle RNG skips ahead anytime you change direction.
Okay.
And if true, I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. That's such a good idea. It means that when you're moving between towns for story purposes, you're going in a straight line. You're getting in fewer battles. It's maintaining player interest in the story. You're keeping things moving. And then when you want to grind, well, how do you grind? You walk in a square. You're constantly changing directions. You're getting in more battles. That's pretty smart.
Mm-hmm, right.
Turns out it's not true.
Oh, okay.
It was some shit that a guy on Reddit made up and just posted as if it were fact. And I internalized it for about a year. And then when I started writing it into the script, I was like, you know what? I better get some confirmation on that. I better find out exactly where that came from. And the more I looked into it, the only thing that kept coming back was that one Reddit post. And I'm like, oh, this guy just made it up.
Thanks, dude. Thanks so much.
And then I got final confirmation I found a speedrunning tool on GitHub designed to display RAM states and RNG seeds in Suikoden reactive to what the player does. And there was nothing in there at all about changing direction and bumping RNG ahead. And that was
you had to look at RAM states, huh? Did you know what you were looking at?
No, I didn't use it. I didn't use the app. I just read the description of the app because the app described when you would see it change.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
And the app said the only times on the world map where that happens is after a battle and something else. And neither of them was changing direction.
I love when you look at an app's list of features and one of the features is nothing you want.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's still in the pre-writing stages, so look forward to that.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Good for you. What else is going on? How about your voice jobs?
Are you beeping? I heard you beeping.
Beeping? No.
Okay.
I'm
voice
kind
work
of near the washing machine outside, so
voice work going all right. Kind of taking a break. You know, there's nothing happens. We're in the middle of a season called Nenmatsu Nenshi, which means the beginning and end of the year, where nothing kind of happens.
Okay.
I had one. Yeah. I did wrap up a job for a YouTube personality I have worked for before, so look forward to that.
Mr. Beast.
Beast-san.
Beastoshi?
Kemono-san. I'm not looking forward to working with Mr. Beast.
Kemono-san.
I'm not gonna. But I do actually. Yeah, in 3 days I'll have my first job of 2025, where I am voicing a ninja called Takamaru.
Nice.
Look forward to that. I think that's for a tourism thing. I think it's oh no, that's for a TV thing. That's a TV thing.
Okay. Is it NHK World's Ninja Truth?
I don't know. They sent me the video of it. I cannot tell what the channel is or what the station is. As soon as I find out, I'll let you know.
All right. You can show me.
That's what I meant. I was talking to you.
Oh. I mean, you can show me the video. You got it. Okay.
No, I can't show you the video.
Why not? I'm good for it.
It's only for ninjas.
Oh.
Sorry. No, I am dubbing Japanese ninjas giving a demonstration of ninjutsu to a Japanese Tarento.
That sounds like the NHK show, but
it might be NHK.
Yeah.
I don't know.
To medium high, just for a few minutes to help compensate. But remember, the pan's holding on to a huge amount of heat, so it's going to do most of the work for you.
Yeah, keep your hands out of there.
Oh boy, I hold on to a huge amount of heat when I go outside in Vietnam.
Are you saying I could fry chicken on you?
No, it's a soggy heat, It's more like a sous vide.
Oh, okay. Fancy. First look at Good Eat Reloaded.
Before I can reboot Good Eats, I've got to rewind the old Good Eats and then reload some of those Good Eats to repair them so that I can move forward. It's like time travel, only more complicated. Roll it. That was a mistake. The shirt and the pot. Fans will be able to expect hammers in places they ought not be. Adolescent corny hammer.
Sir, still going to need you to step away from the steer.
Lame, but perfectly clear and cogent scientific illustrations. To those of you who have taken me to task over the years for not taking the time to explain how to cure cast iron, I have but one word. Mom! I gotta tell you, riding with this guy, blah, blah, blah. Look, the point of all this is that we should assert more culinary control over the burger. Let's reload that sucker. See you next time on Good Eats. For more Good Eats Reloaded, go to...
Okay. Did Alton Brown go crazy? I remember he kind of did.
Yes. He basically turned into an evil version of Jeremy Parrish.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Hang on. This is from 6 years ago. Is this still going? Or is this before he went crazy?
You can be crazy and still do a TV show.
I guess so. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Hang on. What do you mean by the crazy version of Jeremy Parrish?
No, evil.
Oh, evil.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of similar mannerisms. Some may say a similar look.
Okay.
Just, much, much more annoying. Not that Jeremy is immediately annoying.
No, right.
Just saying. Alton Brown is pretty annoying.
Oh, no. He used
Not
to be
very good at being funny anymore.
Oh, no.
Maybe I'm just sick of him. Maybe it's just that. But
that's very possible.
I can't stand him anymore.
Oh.
Alton Brown, I mean.
I did see that Alton Brown wrote 80 pages about the Sega Master System recently, though. Which that was kind of out of nowhere.
Whole damn book.
Yeah. That was wild.
We finally got him to talk about video games.
Yes! Oh.
I emailed his representation and they didn't write back after I said after I said, whatever.
Well, it's time to write him again.
Yeah, I guess so. What do you know about the cassette vision, Mr. Brown? It would be funny if they had identical video game collections.
That'd be great. I was going to say, are there any good food-centric video games that we could get Alton to talk about?
Noriyuki.
Oh, right. Okay.
And, well, today there's Overcooked. People like that game.
That's right. Well, something more to do with food science.
Oh, Fat Chance. Maybe the Cook Serve Delicious game?
What is that?
It's an indie series, but yeah, it's a weird title. It's like, I guess, faux English. I don't understand.
No.
I don't know what he was going for.
Oh boy.
It's a line cook simulator. So.
Okay. Simulate this.
Hey, that's not appropriate.
Sorry. Oh boy. All right, I gotta eat lunch. Can I be excused to eat lunch?
Yeah.
Are you gonna have lunch?
Soonish, yeah.
What are you gonna have?
Oh, don't know. I guess we'll go downstairs and find out.
See what they got.
Yeah. All right then.
Yeah,
so that's the end of the program.
Yes, this is a little bit of a shorter one because we both have quote unquote circumstances happening right now. So,
yes,
apologies if this is not up to the standard of a traditional episode. But here's what you do get to enjoy and look forward to: other things. We will, of course, have a bonus show for bonobos, for Golders in 2 weeks, and also look forward to the new show later this year that is coming out. That's for Golders as well. I
don't want to say too later. I don't want people to think it's going to be like summer or fall or anything.
No, it'll be before that. Yeah.
Yeah, we need, of course, this trip has thrown a lot of things out of whack, but I do want to write like a Patreon update post and stuff.
Yes.
Let people know what will happen. And then when it happens, also write about that. So.
Yes. All right. Take us out, Ray.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. You can go to our website, nomorewhoppers.com. You can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/nomorewhoppers. You can pay us $1 a month to be a gold subscriber, or $5 a month to get this show a week early and ad-free, and access to all our bonus shows as well. And our Discord link is also on nomorewhoppers.com. It's free to everybody. Just come on in. We have merch at shop.spreadshirt.com/nomorewhoppers. We have our phone number. I don't think we got any calls lately, did we?
I didn't.
Too late now.
Okay.
805-NMW-TALK is the number to call. That's 805-669-8255. It's a United States number. You can talk about things that we talked about on the show, or send us all sorts of stories that are hopefully brief and funny. Thank you very much. And that's my condensed version of it. We're also on the internet personally. Alex.
Oh, hi. I'm Alex. You can find me at patui.org. That just links to all my stuff. I'm on Blue Sky at patui.org. That's kind of all I'm doing right now. I'll be back to streaming at twitch.tv/hoodedpatui in a few days or weeks. Going through some stuff. Not ready to talk about it. We'll talk about it next episode. But until then, let's try to be in a good mood. Let's try to get along. I want you being nice to your brother this Christmas. Is that so much to ask? I don't think that it is.
Yeah, let's get back to it. We'll talk about some other stuff.
Yes.
And my similar website is rdbaaa.space. And again, yeah, my social links and stuff are on there. I'm mostly on Blue Sky, but yeah. And And of course, my game company, Bipedal Dog, might have a game this year. Who knows?
Ooh.
That's all, yeah.
Any hints you can give us?
No.
Oh. Wait,
Thanks for asking.
Is it, crap. Is it Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu?
Yeah, Action Kung 2.
A sequel. All right, that's it for this show. Raymond, thank you for being such a good sport.
Anytime.
Everybody else, keep your nose clean. Gold subscribers, stick around till after the show. It's finally 2025, the year the Time Cop 2, the Berlin decision takes place. Join us for the countdown as we sing the traditional John Claude Vlang sign.
That's a tired man.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Oy, oy, oy.
I didn't get you up too early, did I?
No.
Okay. No.
No, I just... Oh, fuck, I forgot to drink my coffee. It's stone cold by now. That's why I'm tired. I made a huge mug of coffee. I left it in the kitchen.
You blew it.
Good work, idiot. Oh, jeez. All right, well, time to go drink cold coffee.
Okay, bye.
No!